Hello everyone, welcome to the review of Unit 5, Unwashed and Unabashed. So in the preview, we talk about a man in the Iranian province. His name is Hygiene. He's 88 years old and he hasn't taken a bath in 60 years.
Wow.
Very long time. Probably very stinky, but I'm not sure because he kind of, just coats himself in the mud and in the earth that he works in as a farmer, and he sleeps next to the farm, so maybe he smells like soil or grass.
Possibly.
Hopefully. But he's definitely got some unique things in life because he drinks his water from this rusted barrel, probably dangerous, and he also eats roadkill, rotten, hedgehogs. Some people report him eating, and it's kind of his acquired taste. Although very, very different. I don't recommend eating roadkill. But, and he's also been seen to smoke lots of cigarettes at some times. And even locals say he, takes dried animal feces and smokes that in a pipe, which I don't understand why he would smoke that.
Acquired taste.
Acquired taste.
Feces.
Feces.
He's got a lot of different interesting life habits. He seems very different, and when people offer him more fresh food or different food, he often rejects it, yells at them angrily.
Okay.
So he doesn't often accept his neighbor's help. But one thought is, well, maybe his religion, his spirituality, he lives this way, maybe that's why. But actually, part of his religion forbids you to eat carrion, which is the, rotten flesh or roadkill of an animal.
Carrion.
Carrion.
Also, his religion's all about bathing, being clean. So it can't be that. It can't be some spiritual reason. But locals believe that, when he was younger, well over 60 years ago, that he had some sort of trauma, some sort of setback that maybe affected him mentally. And he never got the mental health or any mental help or any health care check or things like that provided. So maybe that would have helped him if it was available.
Setback.
Setback.
Despite all of this, it's, I guess, reassuring in some way that he has neighbors that kind of look out for him, kind of make sure he's okay despite his unusual lifestyle. It's definitely not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart.
Now, I mentioned some of his habits. What do you think about those kinds of habits and the impact on his health, or how is he so lucky to live so long?
That is a really good question. I think that doctors need to go off and study him now. So it's hard to tell if he's healthy because of his habits or in spite of his habits.
True. That's true.
But I think that a lot of people do talk about the fact that our society now is so hygienic and so sterilized that we don't get a lot of germs. We don't get as many germs from playing in the dirt or things like that. And so we don't get the immunity when we're young or when we're kids. And lots of antibiotics, and you get resistance to antibiotics, and so modern society, we get sick a lot, and we have a lot of allergies and a lot of other things. So some people do say that getting exposure to more, as long as the germs won't kill you, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So getting some of that immunity and other things might be beneficial. I don't know how much truth there is to that. I think it's kind of something that people talk about, but I don't know if it's been proved in the medical community or anything like that. But maybe he does have some kind of super immunity, or maybe he's just lucky. I mean, there's always those people who smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day and drink soju, 2 bottles of soju every day, and live to be 80, 90, 100 years old. And I think in many cases they're just lucky. They have good genes, they don't have predisposition for cancer or other things, and they just get really lucky. So how about you?
I think you hit it on the head in the essence that maybe it's in spite of all of his habits that he's just genetically blessed.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's kind of won that lottery in a sense, the health lottery, because, well, you know, all of those things and really shouldn't be conducive to a good lifestyle.
You
Like
wouldn't think.
the rotten food. Now, I know our gut biomes and our intestines, everything's a little different based on culture, society, based on what you eat and what you're exposed to, like you said. But eating rotten flesh or
Maybe there's some kind of weird
animals,
probiotic in there somewhere.
yeah, or his body just got used to that and it's okay. I'm not sure, but I would think the most dangerous besides smoking would be his eating.
Yeah.
You know? And if he's drinking water from a rotten, rusty thing, that
Also,
how does he not have lead poisoning?
Right, or
rust,
something,
you know,
yeah.
kind of that kind of thing. You know, tetanus happens because if you stab yourself with a rusty nail,
Right,
you know, your
yeah.
muscles can seize up, but he's okay. I don't know. Doctors should really research, take some blood samples, see.
I think he'd be resistant to that.
Oh, he
but-
would. I mean, he hasn't taken a bath. Why would he see a doctor?
Yeah, maybe someday after he dies, people will be able to figure
Yeah.
out what.
But he seems to be very healthy and kicking and doing good
Strong
for
like
an
hogs.
88-year-old. Right. All right. Well, that's it for our review section. We'll see you on the next one.